Hello, welcome back, Alexandrian Codex. I'm streaming me coding, but I got something done, and this might be it for today. I've only been at it for like an hour and a half. I made some localization changes to nitpick a couple of things, but today what I wanted to look up were noteworthy immigrants to the United States from the 48ers, and you know, there were a lot of interesting candidates. There are generals, there are statesmen, politicians, entrepreneurs who founded businesses. They're still around to this day. Reformists, revolutionaries. There's a lot of interesting folks in there, but I wanted to keep this pretty broad because we don't get notifications about every senator. We don't get notifications about even every presidency. This is a very broad strokes kind of game, and while I'd like to get into the minutia and details of different administrations later on, that's a little outside of our scope right now. But in this game, there are events about the education system and educational reforms of the United States in this time. So in 1856, this is 1836 just because I'm demoing it, we get to talk about the first known American kindergarten. It's founded in Wisconsin, around here, in Watertown, by a German immigrant by the name of Margarita Schutz, wife of eventual senator from Missouri and thereafter Secretary of the Interior, Karl Schutz. Although the school will only be in operation for a few short years, it will serve as an important model for the kindergarten system in the United States. I kind of want to add more text to this so this last line doesn't look so truncated, so I might go in and do that. But this is essentially it. A good teacher is like a good gardener. They both help their charges bloom. She only operated this school for about 2 years. It's unclear if she opened the school in 1854 and it closed in 1856, or if it opened in 1856 and closed in 1858. It's a little weird that there's that 2-year discrepancy, but it's a consistent discrepancy. She would then leave Wisconsin, and she and her husband would move around quite a bit, and obviously he'd fight in the American Civil War as a general. He would go to Spain as an attaché of the American government to try to convince them not to intervene in the side of the Confederate States. There's a lot of interesting stuff that goes on with her and her family. Unfortunately, her own history is not very well documented. Now, I'm not in love with this image. This is a rough time period image of her. The house, it's a modern house. It's still around. It's been renovated a couple of times, clearly, by some modern touches on it. She's on top of, you can't see it, but there's oh my god, gutters. There are modern gutters on the side of the building now, because it had been lived in until World War I, operated as a kindergarten off and on. Then it became a cigar shop, a fishery, a fish store, I guess, which is weird, but I mean, it's Wisconsin, so it's not that weird. A general store, a bookstore, and yeah, some changes happened. So this isn't exactly how it looked. It's only a floor and a half, but it's pretty cool. But yeah, this is like a very toned down version of the Smithsonian event. I mean, very toned down. You get 1 prestige and like a month's worth of research. I was thinking about somehow tying this into literacy, and you know, there's definitely an argument for that, but this is cleaner, easier, and arguably less impactful than giving a boost to literacy across the United States, so this is what we're doing. Is it much to write home about? No, but that's okay. So yeah, this is it for this feature, and I think this is probably going to be it for tonight. I think this isn't exciting, but it's something, and it's cool. Yeah, I'm gonna be looking more at other 48ers and if they're noteworthy like her, and you know, really laid some important foundational work. They'll get specialized events, but for the time being, we're looking at just the 2 events. We're looking forward, probably going to be looking at the foundation of the labor movement in the United States, looking at important histories and figures involved with the labor movement. I don't know how drawn out I want that to be, or if I want to backpedal and make this more drawn out, but you know, we're just doing broad strokes right now, and we'll go in and do the shading later. But yeah, that's it for today. Until tomorrow, I'm going to say toodaloo, take care, I'll see you then, bye-bye.